Hi, I'm Amanda Curry, the Director of Communications here at DCAD. So I've been at DCAD for about a year and 2 months now. I was born in upstate New York. My dad was an Air Force pilot, so we moved around a lot. We lived overseas for a number of years in England, North Carolina, Alabama, and then my family eventually settled in Dover, Delaware, where I went to late elementary school, middle and high school. And then in college I went to University of Delaware, and I studied elementary and special education because I wanted to be a teacher. So I taught 5th and 6th grade for about 3 years, and then I was really fortunate to get a scholarship to Villanova for grad school in something completely different, and this was theater performance. And while I was at Villanova in the theater program, I got involved with the public relations and marketing department and became the graduate assistant there, and realized that I have a love for PR and communications. So I got into that, and then from there I worked at the Delaware Theater Company as their audience services manager, marketing manager, and that in Wilmington, Delaware. And then after that I moved here about a year and a couple months ago. As I mentioned, I went to graduate school for theater at Villanova. I always loved musical theater. My family has always been a big Broadway-loving family, and I grew up seeing shows, and that was, our favorite pastime, versus like sporting events and stuff. My family went to the theater. My experience, I started in high school. My first show was The King and I. I dyed my hair black and played a princess. And then, I've done a wealth of community theater and things like that since then. A number of shows. And then when I got to grad school, I started to do more, professional work and more regional theater and things like that. I've also done a lot of vocal performance. I worked for 3 years at the Dover Air Force Base as their Catholic cantor. And then most recently, my theater experience has been more so in the Philadelphia area. A friend of mine from grad school, we started a children's theater group called Bloom and Fly Theater Company, and our aim is to produce new works and workshop them in the Philadelphia area. We most recently did a show in September called Wendy and Peter, and it was a sequel to Peter Pan. And that was a lot of fun. I also did another show for the Philly Fringe Festival in September called Rainbow Town, and it was a show for preschoolers. Because of my love of teaching and education and also acting, I really enjoy doing work for children. So Rainbow Town's been a lot of fun, and it was actually picked up by another theater in the Pennsylvania area. So I will be doing that show again, likely in this coming year. My title here is Director of Communications, and that it's when you think of communications, it's very vast. It's a big title, but really what I do is maintaining DCAD's positive image in the media. So I do all of our print and digital advertising. I manage our website. I manage all of our social media. So we focus on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Flickr. I also do a lot of our community involvement, maintaining a consistent institutional identity for the school, which is really important. I do a lot of writing of our press releases, and really, any information that's sent to the media. I do e-blasts, newsletters, things like that. So really, any official communication that you see from the college as a whole comes from this office. So important in being a swing player, which just means that you're able to switch directions based on priorities. No 2 days are ever the same. You have to be really flexible, and just understanding where your priorities lie. Most importantly, though, is just having a positive attitude. When you work in communications, you are working with people. You're face of the organization. So it's just hugely important to maintain that attitude, because that's what people are going to retain from their interaction with you and the organization.